back control, to a good back control to apply some submission. So we are here. I have the both hooks inside. Of course, I don't need guys to show how to get the both hooks. So probably you guys know how to reach that situation. So we are here. I have the both hooks. And sometimes rolling against have guys, you don't have power and mobility enough to bring it down, you know, to like fall down and then start to apply some seat belt control or kimono control to reach your submission. And to get as well some collar is hard because they will close the space, you know. And I don't have much, not mobility, but it's not, stay here isn't comfortable, you know. If you try to find some, if you lean your body forward and try to find some collar, it's easier for them, yes. Stand up and then start to move and you're gonna lose your balance. What I like to do here, I like to stay on Fernando's hip. I like to sit on his hip because I can control better his escapes. My next step is after I need to hold some grip on the shoulder. After that, I like to cross my hook and then lock some guard, because in this situation it's hard to me stay on Fernando's side, and even Fernando stay on the ground, like closing the space. It's easier to me have this balance because my hand is so far, and my intention is make Fernando try to hold my sleeve, you know, because this way is maybe the only escape that he could have. So after I lock my triangle and I create that balance, when Fernando starts to grab my sleeve, it's easier to me start to walk on my hands, open a little bit more his space, so I have this gap to fall down and then start to apply some armbar. But what the people usually do wrong, when you are trying to do this armbar, sometimes the guys like to swing the leg, crossing the knee in between and then falling down. But if you don't have this grip totally deep, you can't apply one perfect armbar. So my idea is, after Fernando grab, I need to pass, and after I pass, I jump, passing my knee inside of the gap that I created, and here I have one perfect armbar. So we are here. I have some, it's like one kimono control. My leg is over there, my knee and my shin is cutting his neck. And what is the main idea right here? If Fernando is holding his leg inside and I'm totally close like that, I don't have power to stretch my posture, I don't have mobility and strong to open that space without any different type of movement. What I need to do, if I stay here, probably Fernando not moves as well. So I can stay here for a couple seconds until I get the best moment to move. But my idea here always is keep this hand on my leg, because if I do one grip on the collar, I will bend more my posture, you know. So here is almost impossible to move. So I can't stretch my body, I can't move, I can't do anything. So I prefer place my hand on my leg so I can move a little bit more free to look for the situation. The next step is my knee is inside and my shin is cutting his neck. This is the main detail of the position. This is the main detail. It's going to be hard for the other side. Okay. Aqui. Here is the main detail, my shin. Perfect. my shin is here, my foot is wetting his neck actually. So what the people usually try to do in this case, they try to hold the Fernando's shin and try to bring his base, but it's wrong. The guys try to break that grip, which is saving him to not give me his arm. But what is the best position and which is giving him a base? His forehead on the mat making him strong. So what I'm gonna do? My hand, which is lefty, I need to grab his shin to outside, because my intention here is bring and lift his leg just a little. Because when I grab the opposite leg, I start to move his hip. As I explained before in another situation, maybe the second variation from the turtle control, when I start to move his leg, I start to move his hip as well. So when he's moving his hip, he's weak to receive some attacks. So after I grab and bring him, his hip is light. Now the main detail is gonna work. My foot, which is behind his head and neck, I need to stretch my leg at that side, and I break his posture, which was strong. So what I do, I just need to bring him, and then I have an arm bar. A lot of details, but let's see again. We are here, total guard, Fernando is there, closing the out space. It's hard to me trying to get the collar to submit him. What I do, I start to create a balance with my hand on the mat. Now I cross my hook and I lock some guard. Of course, it's not a triangle. In the no-gi, the guys like to do some triangle, but in the gi is hard because the gi stuck our mobility. So what I do, after I lock and cross my leg, Fernando starts to look to my sleeve. I have this space. My another hand now help me to open the hand which Fernando is holding. So my hand, I have this space. I need to bend my leg, turn, jumping, falling down to the front, and then passing my knee in this gap. I need to arrive on the mat, to land on the mat with my side. At the time I'm passing my arm. Here I can start to pass, and then I turn. After I turn, probably, if you see I already posted my hand on my leg. It was my instinctive. So my next step is my hand. I need to start to work on his shin.